Hello, scholars. Today we'll be taking a look at the lore of New World. In particular, we'll be covering the basics of the lore to act as a foundation to build upon in the future. Let's get into it. The game takes place around the 17th century. The one difference to our own reality is the rumored existence of the island known as Aeternum. Think of this like the ancient rumors of places like Atlantis in our own history. Many throughout history, even as far back as the Roman Empire, have traveled to this island, but few have ever returned due to an eternal hurricane that surrounds the island and contains its inhabitants. What makes the island so special is the possession of a material known as Azoth. The scholar, Almeda Umber, described Azoth as follows. It is neither mineral nor liquid, defying all known properties of matter. It glows a haunting blue, and seems to almost hum when held by human hands. The material is what leads to all the magical events and properties of the island. For example, Azoth is what leads to the resurrection of life on the island, whether it be human, animal, plant, or even one of the lost. So, what are the lost? Well, the most notable ability of Azoth is that it seems to enhance the traits of anything. This is why mere food can heal us, and why we use Azoth to enhance our abilities in things such as crafting. But if someone has negative traits, like despair or apathy, those too are enhanced. This is what leads to becoming lost. They are people who gave up, and the Azoth snowballed that effect. This is quite similar to becoming hollow in Dark Souls if you are familiar with that series. Similarly, the corruption seems to be caused by Azoth, or possibly a mutated version of it. It enhances emotions like pride, anger, and desire, turning people into aggressive, monstrous things. You will learn more about the corruption as you explore Aeternum, so I won't spoil much about it in this video. On the island, there are 3 main factions you can join. These factions fight to control territory, but they are no strangers to peace. They will often call for temporary ceasefires in order to fight back the corruption on the island. That being said, conflict still does arise due to their vastly different views on how things should be run. The Marauders believe in the philosophy of physical and combative triumph. They seek to create an island of warriors who live to fight and fight to live, to create a land free from weakness and mutual support. To them, each person is entitled only to that which they can achieve alone. The Syndicate focuses on understanding the island of Aeternum through study and dedication. They believe that through this understanding, they can shape anything in their own image, whether it be ending the corruption or bending the power of the island to their will. That being said, their knowledge is kept exclusively for themselves to give them an advantage over others on the island. The Covenant is a holy order that believes the world should return to a more simple era, without technology and ambition. They believe that those who use up resources for their own greed are heretics, and those that engage in such behavior should be wiped out, so that nature and man can finally live in equilibrium. Now that you have arrived on these lands of legend, you must choose which of these factions to support. Go now, and forge your destiny on the anvil of Aeternum. I'll see you later, scholars.